Untitled SEASFiRE. I'm Amin, and along with Alejandro, we want to give you a presentation on how we all eat plastic. Yes, we all do without even knowing it. So, to tell you how we eat plastic, I want to take you through a journey from the water bottle you buy today from the canteen, or the one you just bought at lunch, to your dinner tonight. So, let's start. The first step, the water you bought, or any other bottle. Second step, the recycling bins, or normal bins. We have, as the Green Club said, we have a lot of recycling bins all over the school, and even in the canteen there are those 3 big ones. But our school, as much as the school itself tries to make this a reality, that we actually become a green school and we recycle properly, the students don't really make it happen. As you can see, this footage here, this is that aluminum recycle bin there. And this is not even a school day, okay? So try to recycle properly, and you've walked to the recycle bins already. Just toss it in the right bin, okay? Sorry, I just took the opportunity to say that. But if we don't recycle them properly, the company that this school is cooperating with to take these separated garbage, they won't take these. And if they don't recycle them, those trash with a whole bunch of other trash, they will end up in the landfills. And these landfills, they're huge. You can see there are hills of plastic there. All right. So these plastic in the landfills, they will find their way to the sea by rivers, by wind, by different things. And in some places in the world, they even toss them like purposely in the sea to just get rid of it. So all this plastic in the sea, it's just in the sea. Right? It just finds its way in the sea, and like it's bad. If you have ever seen, have you guys ever seen a river of trash? Go to Borneo and see one. Okay, it's all over the place. It's just a river filled with trash. You can't see the water. This causes the 6 million tons of trash, the debris entering the sea every year, and 60 to 80% of this trash is plastic. So from the North Pole to the South Pole, in every square mile, there are 46,000 pieces of floating plastic. This is all over the place, from the North Pole to the South Pole. And they don't just stay there, okay? The sea current takes these trash and it rotates them around. And that's why now we have something called the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, which is between Southeast Asia and the Americas. And I'm sure all of you have heard of the plastic island in the middle of the sea, right? Yeah, so actually there are 2 of them. The West Garbage Patch and the East Garbage Patch. And these 2 are islands formed from plastic by the sea current. And they just stay there. And you know, the thing with plastic is that plastic will never go away. Okay, more on that later. But this whole Great Pacific Garbage Patch, it's so large. In fact, it's twice Texas, in the middle of the Pacific. Okay, did you know, in the middle of the Pacific, you think there is nothing there. It's just water. But there is plastic that you bought today in the canteen. Right? So these plastic, as I said, they don't rot or anything. They're in the sea and they're just all over the place. So some marine animals, just like this turtle, they mistake these plastic for food. And this turtle is mistaking the plastic for a jellyfish. Okay? And so these animals, they can't digest these plastics, so it just keeps filling up their stomach, and eventually they will die of starvation. And that is the cause of death for 1 million birds and 100,000 mammals every year. So as I said, plastic doesn't break down like something like an apple does. Okay, it's not biodegradable. Okay, an apple might degrade and break down to minerals that would dissolve by nature, but plastic doesn't. It just breaks down to smaller and smaller pieces. And these pieces are sometimes really small, that they're the size of zooplankton. Okay? And zooplankton, they are the main source of food for many marine animals. But there is now 7 times more plastic than zooplankton in the sea. That means all the fish in the sea that we might say and eat, they have 7 times more plastic in them, okay, making their body than what's actually supposed to turn into the fish that we eat. So that is how it enters the food chain, okay? And the plastic Again, plastic is not made from biomaterials. Most of it is made from oil, right? So all the toxins found in the plastic that's used to make the plastic, they will end up in the small fish. That small fish will be eaten by the bigger fish, and we as humans, we basically tend to eat everything. So we will end up eating the fish that ate the other fish that ate the plastic. And, well, this is your dinner. You don't see it, but it's there, okay? So, for your own sake, don't buy these, because you'll end up eating what you threw away. So I just want to hand it to Alejandro to tell you guys about what we do at SEASFiRE.
Hi guys. So what SEASFiRE is doing to raise awareness and to help the environment, well, we do a couple of things. One of the things we do is dive against debris. Another thing we do is we go on coral health checks where we go to the same area over a certain amount of years and we check what types of coral are there, if they're gone or if they're still there, and how they look. As you can see in the top, the two first ones look pretty healthy, but the other one looks kind of bleached, which means not so healthy. And we also do fish counts to see how much fish are in a certain area. So we're going to be hosting 2 activities this week. This one is coming up tomorrow, where we're going to be testing 3 types of water, and we want to see if you guys can see the difference and can taste the difference. And this is going to take place this Friday, in which we as a school are trying to make the longest braided plastic bag chain, and we're trying to get into the Guinness Book of World Records. It's going to go on the whole day, and all of you guys are going to try to be involved. And even if we don't get the record, for every meter that we make of this chain, we're going to donate 10 ringgit to the Malaysian Nature Society. This is what we have so far. So we have quite a bit of plastic. You guys can donate it in the breezeway or Ms. Lopez's room. This is what we have right now, but we can always have more. And this is what we're going to try to make on Friday. And lastly, we have a video to show you guys about SEASFiRE.